So thank you all for joining me today. I'd like to acknowledge that we're here on the traditional territory of the Kwanlin Dun First Nation and the Tonquachin Council. I'd like to speak directly to Yukoners about the U.S. administration's decision to impose a 25% tariff on all Canadian goods. These tariffs are unjust, unfair, and frankly, un-American. I know many of you are wondering what this might mean for your businesses, your families, and your country. We're a territory and a nation of polite people who respect the law and look out for our friends and our neighbors. But what the US is doing is not how you treat your friend or your neighbor. First, I'd like to speak about what Canada is doing to respond to these tariffs. As the Prime Minister said yesterday, with the support of the premiers, the federal government will be implementing a 25% tariffs against $155 billion worth of American goods, starting immediately with tariffs on $30 billion worth of goods. They will also be challenging the Trump administration's illegal actions by filing dispute resolution claims at the World Trade Organization and through the USMCA. Our government was consulted and supports these actions. Here in the Yukon, the territorial government is working directly with federal, provincial, territorial counterparts to implement our own non-tariff measures. These are designed to demonstrate to the US administration that there are consequences to their attempts to start a trade war. The Yukon government is committed to Team Canada. So I want to provide some details about what exactly we'll be doing here in the Yukon as part of the first phase of our response. First, we are stopping new orders of US-made alcohol products and removing these products from Government of Yukon liquor stores. And I believe that work was completed yesterday. And stopping new orders of US products as well. I ask that people please be kind to the staff at our stores as they work to remove any of the final products from the shelves that haven't been removed as of yet. I think we're there from our talk with administration today. Everyone's doing their best to support Team Canada. Instead of getting upset about what is or isn't on the shelf, I'd encourage patriotic Canadians to try a Yukon-made option. Next, we're updating government procurement policies to promote the purchase of goods and services from local and non-US companies, and we are limiting the purchase of American products and services. This won't impact signed contracts, but will be for new procurement going forward. Next, through the Department of Economic Development, for a quick response, we are allocating $1 million to a new assistance program that will help Yukon businesses adjust to the uncertainty created from these tariffs. We want this fund to remain flexible, support local economic needs, and not create burdens on local businesses. We will work directly with businesses to develop the fine points of this program. More details will be available once we have more clarity about local businesses' needs and more information about supports that may be offered by the federal government. This program is funded through the budget 25-26 and is subject to legislative approval. Additional funds from the upcoming budget, which we will look forward to tabling in the Legislative Assembly tomorrow, will also be available subject to legislative approval. We are supporting local Buy Yukon campaign run by our Chambers of Commerce, and we are working with Yukon Chambers and provincial and territorial partners to break down barriers to internal and international trade, making it easier for local businesses to sell in non-US markets. We are considering additional options for a second phase of non-retaliatory measures should the US administration not see the error in their ways. I want to thank the Yukoners who have reached out to share your many ideas. I'm encouraged by the support you are offering and your eagerness to stand up for Canada. Please know that this government is listening and we are considering all of your ideas. For example, we are looking at suggestions directly from Yukoners about things that we can do to limit our territory's support for businesses tied to Elon Musk. So I don't want to get ahead of myself. Our public servants are doing significant work in this area, and we will have more to say on that as we move into our phase 2 response in the days and weeks to come. This is a small territory, but we're doing what we're doing is important. We're showing solidarity to our fellow Canadians while also supporting local workers, businesses, and our way of life. Canada is not for sale. And we won't back down. This is a moment that demands solidarity, not just with fellow Yukoners, but with Canadians, with Ukrainians, and with Greenlanders, just to name a few. I want to encourage everyone listening to support Canadian businesses and buy local wherever and whenever you can. Your government will be there for you, doing everything we can to limit the impacts of these tariffs on Yukoners and to stand up for our sovereignty and our way of life. I want to say a quick word to our friends in Alaska. You are our neighbors, our friends, and members of our families. We hope you will continue to come and visit us and experience all that the Yukon has to offer. But we need you to know that what your president is doing directly threatens our way of life. We have to stand up for our country, and we have to protect our economy. To Yukoners, together, we will weather this storm and come out stronger. It's what we always have done, and it's what we'll keep doing. Thank you.